What's up, everyone? It's me. It's Rich. Power Rangers! Yeah! Alright, so Power frickin' Rangers. What can I say, y'all? I frickin' enjoyed the hell out of this movie. Whew! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So here's the thing. When I was younger, back in the early 90s, I was definitely watching the Power Rangers. That's for sure. The original Power Rangers. None of this Zeo or Dino Thunder, even though those were amazing also. But I was there watching in front of my TV on a freaking Saturday morning the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And as a kid, when you see all these, cool, vibrant colors, red, blue, black, yellow, pink, green, white, you know what I mean? Well, I'm pretty sure there wasn't any white there. Anyways, when you're seeing all of these colors there, and on top of that, you have the Megazord, the Zords, and then the villains, the creatures. It's your childhood fantasy, basically. I want to be the blue one. That's what I said, and as y'all can tell, Blue Ranger all the way. That's right, Billy Cranston, baby. Woo! Alright, so Saban's Power Rangers, directed by Dean Israelite and written by John Gettins, amongst other people also, and stars a great cast, to be honest with you. Especially after watching the movie, you're like, yep, they got it. They got it. Anyways, you have Dacre Montgomery as Jason / the Red Ranger. You have Naomi Scott as Kimberly / the Pink Ranger. You have Ludi Lin as Zack / the Black Ranger. And you have RJ Seiler, / Billy as the Blue Ranger. And of course, you have Becky G singing in the shower as Trini / the Yellow Ranger. Like I mentioned earlier, after you watch the movie, I was impressed by how great these actors who were portraying Power Rangers. They had a great chemistry all together. Again, it's a modern take. It's a rebooted franchise, and now this is our Power Rangers, and they freaking hit it out of the park. But besides the Rangers, of course, you have the mentor, Zordon, played by Bryan frickin' Cranston. Come frickin' on! And of course you have his little robot ally, robot friend as Alpha 5, voiced by Bill Hader. And finally, you have the villain. The villainous Rita Repulsa by Elizabeth Banks. Here's the thing with this movie, they got it right. They definitely got this movie right. I'm gonna keep saying it again, but I had fun watching this movie, and to be honest with you, I actually thought this movie was pretty good. Pretty damn good, surprisingly good. My expectations were quite high, but at the same time, I knew I was going into a Power Rangers movie, so I kind of knew what I was getting. But man, I didn't know that I was gonna get this type of storytelling and emotional investment in these new characters. Not so much new, but these newly portrayed characters, portrayed by new actors. Sorry, and man. This movie was great. I'm not gonna lie. Did the nostalgic factor hit me right after watching this movie? Absolutely. But even then, taking away my nostalgic bias from this franchise, I actually thought this movie was pretty great, to be honest with you. It like I said, it hit all the emotional spectrum that it needed to hit for me. It hit the action stuff that it needed to hit for me, and it hit the cheesiness, the tongue-in-cheek part of the Power Rangers, and it was actually quite funny too. All of that hit for me, hit it out of the park. Also, there's definitely a lot of fan service in this movie, and I appreciated every single one. Oh gosh. Honestly, just talking about it makes me all giddy. I'm definitely gonna go watch it again. Good thing a friend of mine hasn't seen it, and so I'm watching it with him. But yeah, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to watch this movie again. I'm just gonna keep reiterating that this movie's fun. I thought this movie was fun. Besides the Rangers, like I said earlier, they had great chemistry, and each and every single one had their moments. Zordon, Bryan Cranston actually showed up in this movie too. I mean, like I said, everyone showed up. I thought Bryan Cranston did a phenomenal job as Zordon. Bill Hader, at first I was kind of skeptical about him voicing Alpha 5, but when you're in the movie, he's like, yep, that's cool. It's Alpha 5. There's really no I guess you can say there's no emotional connection for me towards Alpha 5 even in the older Power Rangers, but you know, Alpha 5, he's fun. He was fine in this movie. Bill Hader did a great job voicing him. But the one that surprised me a lot was actually Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa. I thought she was very menacing and actually very creepy, especially in the early times when you see Rita. Holy crap, she's freaking creepy. Yeah. She did a great job portraying Rita. Just, oh man, like I said, very creepy. She's sinister, and she's just this villain, you know what I mean? She is a villain. She is Rita Repulsa, and now the Power Rangers have to stop her. Of course, to stop her, they have to morph into their suits and then ride the freaking Zords, which was amazing. I thought the action was great. I thought the Zords looked cool, and to be honest with you, I might actually even buy the new Zords now, even though I do prefer the older Megazord toy over this new Megazord toy. As for the Megazord, I thought it actually looked well in the movie, but I was skeptical coming in the movie because the very first time I saw it was through the leaked toy images, and I was just like, kind of looked generic, but actually seeing it in the movie, the design actually worked well. The design worked well, you know, with the Megazord fighting Goldar and stuff, and no, that's not a spoiler because it's in the trailers. But with the Megazord all formed up, it looked cool. It looked cool. And like I said, I thought the Zords looked pretty cool also. But I guess a friend of mine pointed out something, that the Mastodons and the freaking Triceratops had like 6-8 legs. And I was just like, huh, that is true. You know, because I looked at the images online, I was like, yeah, that is kind of weird how they have 6 or 8 legs. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, I don't know. Even though I am gushing about this movie, there are, I wouldn't say problems, because I didn't really see any problems, but if anything, I wanted more action in this movie. I thought the beginning half of this movie was a great, perfect setup for everything, and in the second half of this movie, I wanted a little bit more action. I think if anything, 3/4 of this movie was probably all set up and character development, and you're getting invested in these characters again, this new modern take, and then the last 1/4 was the action, and I was just like, in a lot of ways, I wanted to see more of the Power Rangers, you know. And also, like, even though I said I do like the designs of the Zords, I wish they were a little bit more cleaner, and I wish they in the movie, you get that that's a T-Rex, that's the saber-tooth tiger. The Mastodon was still kind of a little iffy, just because the horn, not the horn, but the snout of the elephant was, or the trunk, not the snout, the trunk of the elephant was straight at times, and it just didn't seem like the actual Mastodon in the older shows and movie. But you know, I wish the design did look cool, but I wish they were a little bit more streamlined and a lot more recognizable as like the older ones. But that's pretty much about it. I didn't really have any nitpicks other than those two. Like, I wanted more action, which, you know, you do get, and they were fun, and they were fine, and they were fun, but it wasn't enough for me. And also the Zords, I wish they were a lot more cleanly designed well. You know, recognizable for the most parts. But other than that, look, I like I said, I thought there's a lot of fun in this movie. I thought the emotional investment in these characters were great. The character development in these characters were great. And on top of that, you know, there's a lot of humor in this, and it was actually quite a funny movie. So overall, rounding out everything, I thought Saban's Power Rangers was a freaking fun ride in the movie theaters. Go check it out if you haven't seen it, especially if you're a fan of Power Rangers. I think you'll be surprisingly shocked. Shock is the word I'm looking for. I think you'll be surprisingly shocked on how good this movie actually is. Just like Beauty and the Beast, I thought this movie did the franchise justice while honoring the original and having fan service at the same time, but also keeping everything fresh with the new looking Zords, with new looking suits, and also with just the new take on Power Rangers. Alright, so Saban's Power Rangers. I'm gonna go pretty high on this one, guys. I'm actually gonna go quite high on this one, and I'm gonna say 8, solid 8, solid frickin' 8 Megazords out of 10. And that is it, everyone. Thank you guys for watching, as always. If you like what you see here, go ahead and click that like button. And if you want more content from me, please come back and go ahead and click that subscribe button as well. So, Saban's Power Rangers, what did you guys think? If you guys have seen it, and if you guys haven't, go check it out. Go check it out. But let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was great. I'm freaking giddy. I want to watch it again. Once again, thank you guys for watching. I am Rich, and I am out. Stay awesome, my friends. Go, go, Power Rangers!